Temporary testing. Right. Shut up, wife. This time I'm going to try. It's alright. I think she's been on the booze at the back there. I'm going to try this time. Let's see that bugger. This time, you know she's going right around the world, don't you? Yeah. Oh, well it is. This time I'm going to try and make the whole movie with credits and titles and the movie maker. I'll save it all at once. And see if that makes anything. She's making me laugh, sorry. Shut up! Not mess about. And see if that works like, you never know. Save it at 5:12. I can only make this a short video because my wife is cracking up at the back here. Hark at her. Oh, 2 bottles of wine and a whiskey. She's anybody, you know what I mean? Terrible really, plus the drugs. Anyway, so that's the best I can do. I'm under a lot of pressure here. No, she's not a big woman, but you know what I mean. Jacking and making me laugh. I apologise to the whole YouTube world for my wife's bad behaviour. Look at that bollocks, she said on air. Right, good job it's not a big swearing word. Right, I better sign off now before I get locked up with obscene language. Bye!
I just had to play that again. I've laughed every time I've watched it. That's Mick. I sent out a little video the other day about Mick making that with his wife in the background, and every time I go back and watch it, I've got to laugh again. I had to do it again. Mick is a good guy. He's been having a lot of computer problems lately and trying to get those worked out, and that was I think that was a result of his trying to get his computer problems worked out, and his wife was in the background urging him on, I guess. But anyway, Mick's over in Great Britain. I've been communicating with him for quite a few, I guess, over maybe a couple of months now since he first got on. I know some of you went over and watched him the other night after I sent out the video about his video with his wife there. I still get a kick. He wrote me back again today and said he had rebuilt his computer system, and before long he'd be putting some more videos up. So I'm looking forward to that. And I recommended to him the other day that he also include his wife in his video. She's a good addition. Anyway, that's what I came on for. I've been messing around here at home today doing a little work from work here at home and a few other things. Worked on the screen porch a little bit. Although the weather's been kind of bad here like it has been across the rest of the South. It was terribly windy here yesterday, and today it's misty and rainy and chilly. It's chilly outside. It's going to be cool tonight. And you might notice in the background back there and wondering what in the world has his wife painted his room walls green. But no, she hasn't. There's no dark paneling in this room. This house is several years old. It was built back in the early 80s or late 70s when paneling rooms was the thing to do. And it still has kind of a dark brown paneling in this room. But anyway, that's a piece of green cloth back there, and I've been working the last few days. I've ordered some software and getting some material up and preparing my computer. And I'm going to try to do a little green screen work. If you don't know what that is or haven't heard of it, if you've seen other people's videos or even on TV, when they have in the background they have a separate scene. It can even be a moving video scene. It can be pictures or colors or whatever you want to put back there. But sometime next week, I hope. I think the software is coming in this weekend. I'll be gone. If you don't see me on over Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday, I'll be away from my computer, away from the house, and won't be doing a whole lot on YouTube for sure. Taking a little trip up in the mountains up in eastern Tennessee. But I'll be back on Monday, and I think the software is supposed to be here by the time I get back. And I know it'll take me probably a few days to get used to the software and get everything, all the bugs ironed out. But I hope sometime next week, maybe middle of the week or late in the week, to be able to turn out a video, and it'll be a test video for sure, because I'll be learning. And we'll try to turn out one with something moving in the background. I have a lot of ideas on what to use that for. Mainly I just want to play with it and have fun with it. Oh, Larry, IR the Borg, I believe, is what he goes by. I think I sent out a note the other day about Larry's channel. I noticed he was using a green screen or videos and pictures in the background the other day when I went to his site, and he kind of gave me some ideas how he did his, and also the video. I can't think of his name right now. There's another guy that he recommended that does videos on doing green screen work. So I looked at his and kind of got the information together, and I'm going to give it a try here in a few days. We'll see how that turns out. And one more thing, I had a message over the last few days from a gentleman, and I won't go into it a whole lot right now, but I'm hoping before I leave on my trip that I'll be able to make that video. And what he wrote me about was the poetry that I've done, read or wrote or put up on videos or whatever, and he enjoys poetry and is a big fan of poetry, and said that he even wrote poetry himself, but he didn't feel like he was too good at reading his poetry, and wanted to know if I would take his poem and make a video and read it on YouTube. And he sent me the poem, and it's a good poem, a very good poem. Like I say, I won't tell you a lot about it now, but I'll do that in the next, hope to in the next few days. And what I'll do is make a video and read his poem, and see how that turns out. And he also suggested, and I don't want to get too overloaded with commitments, but he said I should tell the other YouTubers that if any of you have poems that you maybe have written and don't want to read them on a video, is to get in touch with me and see if I'll read them for you. Now I don't consider myself a good poetry reader, but some of you have said that you like the way I read some poems. So yeah, I'll consider that. If you want to contact me, and I told the other viewer there, the other subscriber, that I would read his poem, but it had to be a clean poem. I try to run a clean channel here. He assured me it was, but I don't want to get into anything that's too controversial or ugly. So if it's a good poem that everybody might enjoy, sure, get in touch with me, and if it's something I think I can do, I'll be glad to try to do a video and read your poem on YouTube also. And of course, I want to give full credit to anybody that sends their poems, or that I read their poems. I want to be sure and be able to give you full credit, and even mention your channel and do it like that. I don't want to do it any other way other than saying this is a poem written by whoever, and you can go see their work on their channel, and I'll try to do that. So that's all I had right now. I had to get back on there with Mick, and Mick wrote me, like I said, again this morning, and I never can keep in mind that they're 5 or 6 hours, I think, different from us. So it's late in the afternoon here, so I suppose Mick has gotten your bedtime there in Great Britain. I'll put this thing up in a few minutes, and maybe he'll get to see it before he goes to bed. But anyway, that's what this video was for. So I'll see you later.